Hey everybody, Matt Cison here. Wanted to share a few things about the Perfect Affirmation Program, specifically finding something I call TFS, the Thought Feeling Sensation Combination. What is the Thought Feeling Sensation Combination? Okay, let me start off from the basics real quickly. We have the conscious mind, we have the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the thinking mind, the subconscious mind is the feeling emotional mind. And in between the subconscious and the conscious mind, we have the physical body. The physical body is the gateway between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. See, many times what you think you want, for example, I want to lose an extra 15, 20 pounds. And you can sit there and think about it, you can rationalize it, you can use all kinds of logic about why you want it, but then the feeling mind will come up and say, what are you kidding me, right? You've been a couch potato your entire life and now you want to change everything? No, it's not going to be that easy. So these two energies are battling against one another. And you can literally feel the battle. And that battle is happening inside the physical body. Right? It's the gateway. Remember, the body is the gateway between the conscious mind and subconscious mind. It'll let you know with what is not in agreement between these two minds. And if you can release what's creating the block for that agreement, these two minds will merge together and you'll have the holistic mind, and you'll be able to more listen to your intuition and act out of inspired action. That's the goal. So if you've seen the Perfect Affirmation Program, you watched it, you'll notice I do a lot of tapping, right? A lot of EFT-ish type of release for emotions, but you'll notice I also do it a lot different than what you may have seen out there. The tapping for me is not necessarily about getting into the energetic meridian to release that stuck energy. You know, that's a byproduct, right, of how I use it. But more so, the tapping is more a ritual that you can use to get into the subconscious, or to get into the battle between the subconscious and the conscious mind. And if you're a hypnotist, you'll know how important rituals are in creating a trance, right? Of moving into the subconscious mind and bypassing the thinking mind. For example, if you've ever been to a church, if you've ever been to a fire walk, right, where you're walking on the coals, even students, they have certain rituals about how to study, right? And so they can study better, or sports athletes will have certain rituals so that they can focus their mind as one to achieve their particular goal, right? So rituals are very important. I consider the tapping more a ritual than anything else to get into what's battling between the conscious and subconscious mind, so your body can release it. So it's important. So many times what's happening in a lot of other tapping programs, and they're very valid programs, you just got to take the best of what works for you personally. A lot of people make too much of this, saying this is the best, this is the best, this is the best. No, take the best of what's working with you perfectly. We're all human individuals. We all have different ways of seeing things, feeling things, moving, hearing, smelling, tasting. We all have different lives, so we have different experiences. So take the best of what you can from those other tapping programs, even this one, and then use it in your own personal way so that your client can feel what you're doing, right? If you personalize it, your client will just that alone will help your client feel more comfortable, and that's such a big part of the whole process. You got to make the client feel comfortable, because it won't seem like it's just words from a textbook. They'll feel the energy coming from within you of wanting to really help the person. So when other people are tapping, they tend to tap on one, maybe two out of the combination, but they hardly ever tap on three. And if they ever did tap on three, they stumbled on it accidentally. I'm just focusing on finding all three to release the battle that's happening inside of your body. So many times we'll just tap on the thought, right? Thinking, I don't want to play baseball. Thinking I don't want to play baseball. Thinking I don't want to play baseball because my mom wants me to. Thinking that I don't want to play baseball because my mom wants me to. Right, so they'll just tap on one thing, or they'll tap on a feeling. I'm feeling sad, right? I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling sad. Or they'll tap on the physical sensation. This headache, this headache, this headache, right? Now, many times that'll work because you're focusing on things that you don't normally focus on, and whatever's been held inside is allowed to come up, right? But many times just tapping on one or the other, or focusing on just one or the other, leaves one of these minds, it feels unrespected because you're only tapping on one or the other, right? So if you're tapping on a thought, the subconscious mind will feel disrespected. It'll say, hey, what about me? I'm feeling this. Or the physical body will feel ignored, like, hey, I'm trying to wake you up to what you're holding inside and you're not letting it come up, right? Or they'll tap on just the sensation, the thought of this headache, or this headache, this headache, this headache, this headache. Then the body will feel respected. But then the subconscious mind will go, but hey, listen, there's an emotion here I'm trying to get out, right? Or the thought will come up, the thinking mind will go, but hey, there's a thought that wants to come to the surface, a perception that I don't like, I need to release it, right? Or again, a feeling sad. The feeling mind, the subconscious mind will feel respected, but then the physical body will say, hey, how about me? The thinking mind will say, hey, how about me? You're not listening to me. And so it's important to have all of these minds, all these parts of us feeling respected. If all these parts of us feel respected, they will release the battle, and then everything will come together to create again that holistic mind, right? That holistic mind which puts you more in touch with your spirit and your intuition, and that will give you more inspired action to continue on your journey. So it's very important to find this combination, TFS, thought, feeling, sensation combination. And many times when you help a client find it, you could almost instantly, right? Instantly, they almost get an energetic release, right? And here's an example of the thought feeling combination. So this is how it would work. Let me give you an example. Oh, by the way, if you can find one of these three, it will lead to the other two, right? So, but generally, this is how I like to do it. Okay, I like to find a physical sensation first, because many times if you find a physical sensation, it kind of stops everything. It brings you into this present moment, right? Many times if you're trying to think, you're overthinking. So you're trying to find the right thought, you're overthinking. Feelings, many times if you try to find the emotion, it's almost like all kinds of different emotions, you get overwhelmed. But you can always find the physical sensation. So I like to start there, but don't make that like 100%, always start in the body. No, if you find one or the other, and I'll give some examples, it'll lead to the two. Let's say for example I have the client, and I'll say, okay, you're thinking about this story. Mom doesn't want you to play, right? Or mom wants you to play baseball. You don't want to play. How does it make your body feel? When you think about that, what is your body feeling? And then they'll go, oh, my chest feels heavy. It's just, I feel weak, and it just takes so much energy. My whole body gets weak, right? And then you'll ask, okay, so out of all the sensations, what's coming out the most? And you go, my chest, it just feels so heavy. Okay, good. So again, describe that physical sensation for me. You go, my chest feels heavy. Let's start there. Say this. The thought of my chest feeling heavy makes me feel emotionally, right? So notice we got the physical sensation. What am I shooting for now? I'm shooting for the emotion, which is in the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the emotional mind. The thought of my chest being heavy makes me feel sad. Okay. Now we got the physical sensation. Now we've got the emotion. Okay. Now we're going to shoot after what? The thought. Right? So then you ask, I feel sad because fill in the blank. The client will go, I feel sad because I don't want to play, because my mom's making me play baseball and I don't want to play. Right? And almost instantly, because you added all three in one, the client will take a breath, almost like an emotional dump or energetic dump, and like, right? And all of a sudden their body relaxes, it loosens up, right? Just because the body's been holding on to that for so tight for so long. It finally goes, oh, thank you for acknowledging that. Not acknowledging that, now I can rest, right? Right. So now you found the combination. So now that they know it's in this physical sensation, they just happen to feeling in thought. Feeling sad at the thought of my mom making me play baseball. Feeling sad at the thought of my mom. And many times when you find the right feeling thought combination, they get that instant relief. But many times you won't even have to tap through the whole thing, and this will tend to be what happens, especially early on in the session. Feeling sad at the thought of my mom not making me play baseball. No, that's not it, Matt. That's not actually what I'm feeling. And I'll say, whoa, slow down a little bit. A moment ago, you were actually feeling that, and your body corroborated it. It was very true and real at that moment. But extreme emotions create only moments of truth that are really false truth. You brought that up to the surface, and now something else wants to come up, right? So that was very real. Now, because you release it, something else now wants to come up. So what's coming up now, right? And then they get it. They go, oh yeah, it was very true at that moment, right? And then you go on to the next feeling, thought, sensation combination. Keep going until it's cleared, right? So it's important, again, to find the right thought, the right feeling, the right physical sensation. So many times when I'm watching other tapping programs, and they're all great, again, find the one that's right for you. They tend to focus on one or the other, right? Again, I think I explained that. Thought of not wanting to play baseball, the thought of not wanting to play baseball, feeling sad, heart, feeling heaviness in my chest, put it all together, right? Feeling sad at the thought of my mom wanting me to play baseball, right? Feeling sad at the thought. Okay, so now one thing I've also noticed in other programs, and again, I'm not putting any of the programs down, find what's right for you, is they tend to chase the thoughts that come up. So they'll be tapping on feeling sad, and then the thought will come up. Oh my God, I feel sad because my mom doesn't want to play baseball. Oh my God, I feel sad because she never wants to listen to me. Oh my God, she never wants to listen to me. It just makes me not want to do anything, right? And now they're chasing all these other thoughts and feelings, when all those other thoughts and feelings are just what I call aftershocks to the original earthquake. The original earthquake is the original, in the Perfect Affirmation Program, it's the original thought, feeling, sensation combination. All right, so let's use that example again. Feeling sad, and we found the physical sensation. Now they're going to tap on the feeling and thought. Feeling sad at the thought of my mom making me play baseball. Feeling sad at the thought of my mom making me play baseball. And they usually take that breath. And then they'll start chasing it. Other programs will start feeling sad because my mom never makes me want to do it. Never lets me do anything I want to do. Feeling sad because my mom always lets my brother do whatever he wants to do. And all of these are just aftershocks to the earthquake. The original thought-feeling combination. That earthquake is just releasing a lot of tension. And it's bringing all the stuff that you've held on to up to the surface to be released. Don't chase it. Because if you chase it, guess what happens? You create another thought, feeling, sensation combination. Another branch. And then you chase another branch from that. You create more branches from that. And then another branch from that. You create more. And then all of a sudden, you're veered off. Now you're talking about school and girlfriends and all this and that. And all of a sudden, you've just completely moved away from the original thought, feeling, sensation combination. You've chased all these branches. And this original earthquake never got fully released. Okay? So if it's equal, if the intensity of the feeling thought combination that's coming up, other thoughts, feelings, sensations combinations are coming up, is of equal intensity or lesser, those are just aftershocks that need to be released, right? Stick on the original thought, feeling, sensation combination. Now, if something else comes up, because it's the body and the mind together, the conscious and subconscious mind come together, oh, thank you for releasing it. I've been holding on to that for so long. Here's another one. And then all of a sudden the body, and you'll always know if it's more intense by the physical sensation of the body. Because the body will go, oh, it'll clamp down even more so because it wants to get it out. Remember, that sensation in your body is not trying to sabotage you. That sensation in your body is trying to find a way out. It wants a way out of your body, and it's now just trying to wake you up. So you'll be tapping, feeling sad at the thought of my mom making me play baseball. Oh. Right? And then you go, and now I'll say, what's happening now? And then I'll say, stop for a second. Physical sensation. What do you feel? Oh my God. I just feel like a whole weight on my shoulders. Like, great. We got the physical sensation, weight on my shoulders. The thought of this weight on my shoulders makes me feel emotionally. The thought of this weight on my shoulders makes me feel so defeated. Got the emotion, feeling defeated. And I feel defeated because my mom never listens to me. Okay. Now, this feeling is stronger than the original thought, feeling, sensation combination that we were working on. Guess what? That's because this is now, the original earthquake is now an aftershock. And a new earthquake is coming up. And this new earthquake will help release that old earthquake, which is now an aftershock. Right? Keep watching this, rewind this video, and you'll get what I'm talking about. All right. So now you want to release this earthquake. But this new earthquake is now releasing the original earthquake, which is now an aftershock, and all its aftershocks. Right? Oh, screen got blurred. Okay, there you go. So it's not. So now this new earthquake is releasing all those other perceptions, memories, experiences. Right. So always find or stay with one feeling thought combination, unless something else of more intensity comes up to the surface. Right now, what I want to iterate more than anything else is the importance of finding the whole combination, not just one or the other. Because many times a person will just focus on one. For example, like meditators will focus on the physical sensation until it dissipates, right? But remember, that physical sensation is holding a thought, an experience, an emotion, and it wants to bring up to consciousness to be released. So you might feel good for a little bit, but it hasn't been, the subconscious mind, the emotional mind, and the conscious thinking mind haven't been respected yet. They don't feel respected yet. So it's going to come back up. Right? And it's going to wake your body, and your body's going to try and bring it up even more so. So when you only focus on the physical sensation, yeah, it works. It helps to relieve the tension because the body is feeling respected. But it's many times just a temporary release, right? We want to find something that's more evolving, another feeling thought, the whole thing, so it evolves into something different and doesn't just stay stagnant, right? So listen to the whole thing. Listen to the body, listen to the emotions, which is in the subconscious mind, listen to the thought, which is in the conscious mind. Remember, I'm recapping now. The physical body is the gateway between the conscious and subconscious mind. It lets us know what the battle is. Once you can release the battle, all these minds come together as one. You tap in, that allows you to tap into your spiritual mind. Your intuition comes up to the surface, and your intuition will lead to inspired action. Live a spiritual life, my friends, but with practicality.